about saying Crawford?
I said Thurman. Kell Brook is a good fight for Daniel.
Yeah, I think that's a good fight. But this is what I was saying about the Lomachenko.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's equivalent to Spence saying, "Oh, give me Pacquiao and not Crawford." You see what I'm saying?
True.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now it's like,
but wasn't Pacquiao on that side then?
as far as what?
Like on that side, signed with the PBC.
Yeah, but Kambosos ain't signed with nobody. So
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it ain't like he got somebody on his side of the street to say, "Oh, I'm fighting him," because
going with the bigger name. You just saying that.
I think I
think
think Lomachenko looks more appealing on Kambosos' resume than Devin Haney. Just like I think Pacquiao looks more impressive than Crawford because of Pacquiao's status.
Nah, at that age, I disagree. But
You gotta think.
Yeah,
Keith
Keith
like
Thurman.
you say, if you go 10 years down the line, the work
Exactly.
Pacquiao, that's what he be talking about with say Kovalev, when we said that fight didn't make sense, but now that Kovalev's on his resume, you don't know who remembers where Kovalev was at the time? Although Kovalev had just come off an impressive victory, knocking out Anthony Yard.
But that's the thing.
He was in trouble in
Pacquiao
that fight,
Pacquiao had just came off. We
Yeah,
looking at now that we
yeah.
see Ugas worked his ass, but the narrative would have been shit. Earl beat the shit out of Pacquiao after Pacquiao beat Thurman.
That Thurman fight was 2 years ago though.
So nobody's gonna think of that shit. You know what I'm saying? People forget timelines, bro. Especially if that shit if it ain't like somebody that they totally into, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I mean, I don't know. Like you said, when you look at it, okay, Lomachenko on your resume, but at that time, Lomachenko had 2 losses, and you beating an up and coming undefeated fighter in Devin Haney. And like I said, depending upon what Devin Haney does after that, like I said, if he goes on to have a spectacular career, it does look better on your resume.
It's just like Mayweather, right?
Yeah.
Nobody, 15 years from now, nobody gonna say Mayweather beat old Mosley, which I don't think he did, because we have just watched Mosley beat the shit out of Antonio Margarito the fight before.
Who?
Mosley. He had just watched.
No, I'm talking about who he beat.
Antonio Margarito.
Yeah.
Oh, Plaster Paris.
Shane Mosley had gone on
yeah.
a tear at that time too. He beat somebody else before he beat Margarita.
So, damn, I can't remember who it was, but he had a couple.
He had a couple
fights.
big. I mean, because all his
One in
fights
a
have been big after the De La Hoya fight. He been fighting. He lost to Cotto. He did lose to Cotto.
He lost to Cotto.
He lost to
Vern. I mean, what's his name? Winky Wright twice.
That was after the.
Yeah.
That was after the De La Hoya fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, 2. So that's 3 losses. And Pacquiao. But he lost to Pacquiao.
No,
before,
he had 4 losses
Floyd.
because he lost to Winky Wright twice, right? Mm-hmm. He lost to Vernon Forrest twice.
You talking about Mosley?
Yeah, Mosley. Yeah.
No, he lost to Pacquiao after he
lost to Pacquiao after Mayweather.
After Mayweather.
Yeah, after Mayweather.
Yeah. But again.
But what I'm saying is.
No one knows.
Nobody gonna look at that 10 years down the line and say, oh damn, no, they're gonna say Floyd beat Mosley, he beat Cotto, he beat this person, he beat that person, he beat that person. And it's gonna be the same thing with Pacquiao.
Pacquiao beat Cotto too, didn't he?
Yeah.
He knocked Cotto out.
Yeah.
That's what you say, he was juicing.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Because when Mayweather called him on the shit, he ain't knocked nobody out for 10 years.
That's true. And I still ain't seen a knockout.
Exactly. So, I mean, but he stopped somebody.
Who? Lucas Matisse.
Yeah, Lucas Matisse. But that was the first, like 10 years. And I mean, he's never, but he knocked Chris Algieri down 5 times. But this is the thing: he's never. I'm not gonna say that he would, because he's never been caught or never tested positive for anything. But it's just funny to me that he was knocking everybody out. And then when the whole Mayweather negotiations, the first time he didn't want to fight because of saying he was scared of needles and all that other shit. And then he didn't knock anybody out for 10 years.
Just like 10, 15 years from now, nobody going to remember that he was scared of needles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
boxing people will. I mean, like if you're talking to somebody who know boxing, because I bring the shit up now because I remember it. You know what I'm saying? And that was 10 years ago.
It's just like nobody bring up the fact that Ray Leonard made Marvin Hagler come down and weight. Nobody think about that shit. Nobody cared. Nobody knows that fight didn't happen at 160.
It did.
Okay,
it did.
Pull it up.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
But y'all proving my point.
Wait a minute. What do you mean it made him come down and wait?
I think they fought at like 157 or 150. Pull it up.
Let me pull it up.
Like I said.
I know Ray Leonard had pull, but
nobody talks about
that kind
the
of
pull that Ray Leonard used to do. We hear Floyd do this and Floyd make
I know
this.
he made Donnie Lalonde pull that 168, 175.
He did.
But I don't know about Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler was well established at that time.
And I don't think he was coming down to 154 to fight Ray Leonard.
He never did that.
I didn't say 54. But he
57.
He didn't fight at 60.
If he weighed in at 157, don't mean that was the contract thing. That's what you got to understand.
Pull it up.
I am. I'm going to pull it up right now.
Put in contracted weight.
Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Y'all better start listening to me, man. I'm telling you.
Nigga.
Batman boxing talk.
Nigga.
We back.
Wait a minute.
I mean, if he right, then he done told me something.
But I'm just saying, like, that's the shit that I'm saying. Like, we don't remember the minute details of shit 20 years from now, 15 years from now. You know, oh shit, he beat Pacquiao. But why are you pulling that up?
I didn't see that one.
We got y'all favorite fighters.
I mean, I know they both did weigh in at 158 and a half pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But that don't mean that was the contracted weight.
Keep searching.
I am.
Y'all favorite fighters, Jermall and Jermall Charlo, have been riding around, and I got some impressive new news for y'all that I'm gonna say, and it's probably gonna shock y'all. But it's some new footage. Ellie Setback has been, I guess, riding around and recording Jermall Charlo as he trains for the undisputed fight. And so it was a clip where Jermall was in the ring. You know the difference, because you know your ass. But I don't know which one.
Jermall the young. Go ahead.
Okay, so
I mean, with Jermall
the small one.
The small one, yeah.
So he was in the ring, and you know he was like shadow boxing, and of course, which we gonna get to this shit too. Ellie Setback had brought up the interview with Mike Tyson about fight, you know, pretty much would he fight David Benavidez. Mm-hmm. So Jermall Charlo was outside the ring, you know, watching his brother shadow boxing. He looked like he was trying to like finagle his way out of it, right? So Jermall Charlo was like, man, y'all keep bringing up this motherfucker, you know, like a motherfucker scared of this, like a motherfucker scared of him or something.
I did see that. Go ahead.
Huh?
I think I did.
Yeah, so he said, I don't give a fuck. We fighters, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could fight the big motherfucker and I fight the little brother. We could do that shit, right? So Maul was on the outside like, yeah, you know, like his facial expression to me just read like, bro, like cool, like shut up, bro.
Is that when you like we warriors?
But I'm gonna say this, I'm starting to like Jermall Charlo because that's the energy fighters are supposed to have. And Mike Tyson, and actually we can blend this shit together since it's about Jermall Charlo. Mike Tyson was right. Controversy sells. You know what I'm saying? So how do you think Mike Tyson got to be the biggest thing probably on earth at, you know, when he was in the height of his career? You taking these words from somebody who did this shit before. You gonna tell him that ain't how shit worked today, Mike? You just watched Floyd become a villain and become the highest paid boxer in history. How does it not work in today's time?
Because a lot of times Mike Tyson, you right. Because Mike Tyson's name, when back then, most of the time when he was on the news, wasn't even about boxing.
It was always some shit that, just like you look at Tank Davis, a lot of his shit ain't boxing related. He done slapped the shit out of somebody. He done fought somebody in a bowling alley. But all of that shit brings attention. Because guess what? Your wife, your mother watch the news. She know you like boxing. Oh, who is this Gervonta Davis that done smacked this lady out? And now guess what? She want to see what Gervonta Davis is about. That, how do you tell Mike that's not We don't do that in today's time. That's why y'all motherfuckers ain't on that level.
I think when he was talking to Mike Tyson, because I think Mike was questioning him about Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. That's why he put that shit out there like that.
Mike Tyson was questioning him about David Benavidez.
He don't want to see that man.
But my thing is, I got a lot to say. I'm sorry.
We about to hear your Charlo hate, so go ahead.
I don't. This is the thing. I hate them. Or not. Let me not even say them. Let me single out the one.
Mm-hmm. 30 years of age, saying he is comfortable at 158 pounds for this middleweight
You have to find it.
Okay.
Because when you pull up the full joint, I'm telling you, it was contracted at 158 or some shit, or 158 and a half. Trust me.
He just said he came in like that because he felt
Trust me.
Marvin Hagler wasn't one that. I don't
they
think
would have
Marvin
said that
Hagler
just now.
was
Yeah,
one to go
he
up
wasn't.
and down.
He wasn't go up and down.
He stayed at that weight.
And he didn't always fight at one.
When I pulled his phone down and I used my phone to find it.
Where did you find it at? Because they just, like I said, they just said it.
Watch
but
what
no,
I
go
tell
ahead.
you.
Talk your Charlo shit. Catch it.
I'm gonna single it out because I can't single out because Jermall is the one that said David Benavidez is too big. So I have to group them together. But I'm about to start singing because I feel like...
Wait. Jermall said David Benavidez is too big.
Yeah, on the Brian Custer interview.
That Benavidez is too big for Big Charlo.
Yeah, he said Benavidez need to be fighting heavyweight. But I think I like to be consistent. As consistent as I can be. But I think a lot of times we group them together.
No.
And
you group them together.
Yeah, because they always do dumb shit together.
But the 154 Charlo has fought everybody at 154 days to fight.
Yeah, but they both. What I'm saying is, my hate for them has nothing to do with in-ring antics. It has everything to do with the outside of the ring shit. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, yeah, I get the shit that Mike Tyson said cause chaos, but you don't smack a fan phone. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You don't do shit like that. That's where my irritation with them derives from. It's not hate because they good fighter. I just don't like them because they good. No, I think they're good fighters. But my irritation with them comes from the shit that they do to fans, the way they treat the media, the people who are there to help propel your career. Not because they good fighters and I'm hating on them. So you can stop that hate shit. Cause I don't give a fuck about...
Hate's a strong word. Okay, dislike.
But I just look at it like this. And me just being... Maybe it's just my fighting mentality. But I can't look at Tony, and because Tony 100 pounds smaller than me, 3, 4, 5 inches shorter than me, and bark up Tony's tree, but then look at Allen and say, shit, I don't know, that motherfucker kind of big. No, like my shit gonna be the same whether it's Allen, whether it's Tyson, whether it's Tony, whether it's whoever. So for them to sit up there and say David Benavidez he too big, or in Jermall's case, he don't got nothing to offer. You can't say that, because then if somebody like Canelo pulls that on you, then you have an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? You're a 2-time champion.
One of them actually said
David Benavidez is a 2-time champion.
One of them said that he's too big.
Jermall said that on the Brian Custer show that, they want my brother to fight David Benavidez, that big motherfucker, but shit, he a weight bully. He probably need to be fighting that heavyweight. But Jermall Charlo is fucking 6'1", fighting Brandon Adams, who 154, fighting J-Rock, who 154, dying to fight Canelo, who is the smaller man every time he step in the ring.
He actually wait a minute. I can't get over the fact that you just said that the little brother They twins, right? Okay, wait. So 154 said that 160 is too small to fight Benavidez.
Yeah.
When when Andre next fight is gonna be Benavidez if everything goes through.
I can't say that. I don't like to sit here and listen to, oh, I want this, I want that. I like to see May 3rd, 8 p.m., MGM Grand, Benavidez versus Andre. All that talking shit is for the birds. We don't watch
Canelo 5'8".
If that.
And he's not said nothing about Benavidez being too big. It's
He
just he doesn't offer him anything.
He never said anything about Triple G being 5'11".
Bivol is what?
Never said anything about Danny Jacobs being 6
Man
foot
going up and
6'1".
fighting 175 pounders and really, dude. Okay.
Fucking Callum Smith 6'3".
Tony, didn't you say they need to stop talking so much?
Brandon, I just read the story about the fight. They talked about the gloves, the ring size, and everything else.
Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. As soon as I get this phone, I got you. Trust me.
They did not talk
Trust
about
me.
no
I got you.
contract weight.
You know I don't talk unless I know.
Yeah.
So if I'm telling you it and I got this much confidence, it's because I know.
Oh, no. There's a little Trump in you where you
where's it at?
You guide the narrative a little bit,
Yeah.
and we don't follow up on it. And
Where's
then
it at?
you run, and we just let you run.
Guess what? One thing for sure, two things for certain. I don't have a problem pulling the receipt.
I'm still tripping on this Charlo shit.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Look, my phone's right here, and it's open. Find it.
Let's go. Y'all gonna add in on this
What? The Charlo thing?
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. I didn't see it.
You didn't see the Mike Tyson thing?
Nah, I didn't even see the
I
Mike
saw
Tyson.
some of the Mike
I
Tyson
heard
interview.
about the Mike Tyson interview, and I heard that Charlo was like, man.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
sidestepping.
he was sidestepping that Benavidez work. That's all I know about that, though. that's all I know. He was sidestepping that Benavidez work. But like you said, we fighters, we ain't afraid of nobody.
As a man, I don't give a shit how big you are. If I got to handle my business just got to be
Because
handled.
the gloves was supposed to be 10 ounce in a Ray fight, right? They were 12 ounce. Ray required a bigger ring. He wanted a 10
Now, I remember the bigger ring.
He
I
wanted
remember
a
that.
10 round fight instead of a 12 round fight.
No, it was 12 instead of 15.
Yeah, but no, he wound up being 12 instead of 15 because the IBF was still doing 15 round fights at that time. IBF didn't sanction it. Another, I don't know if it was the WBA or the WEC, they stripped Hagler because he didn't fight Harold Graham instead of fighting Ray Leonard. I read all of that in there. And I think so. It was only one title that Ray Leonard won, actually, because the IBF said that they would not sanction it. So if Hagler loses, the belt's just gonna be vacant. Yeah. So that was.
But you know, now there's a fight that
I didn't even know that.
really
But
didn't even matter.
they said where Hagler didn't know, even though Ray had never fought at middleweight, that he had fought like some warm up fights against top 20 opponents and shit. Like 4 fights Ray did,
Right.
little warm up fights and shit, and went 4-0. I read that in the joint too.
Against who? You mean Spawn?
Yeah, sparring, I
Oh.
guess, or little warm up fights or whatever. But yeah, that Charlo thing, man. Like I said, all I heard was little snippets from the Mike Tyson interview, and it looked like he was trying to duck that Benavidez work.
I mean, for somebody to be so,
But you
loud,
got to be prepared when you come on that damn like I said, Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson hit you.
Yeah, that's not scripted.
Yeah.
But for him to be loud, and that man, like I said, I go back to when the man called him a pussy, and he has not responded. I have heard.
This is my thing, right?
Not even mention the man.
This is my thing. When Charlo,
You need to say Jermall.
well, yeah, well,
You
I'm
do.
thinking-
You need
I'm
to-
thinking
you
we
need to
talking
divide
about
the two.
Benavidez. Nobody think that Jermall want to fight him.
Well, no, they don't. They get confused.
But yeah,
But that's the thing. I think Jermall would fight him. Like I said, Jermall don't duck any work.
Jermall said he big. He need to be fighting heavyweight.
If Jermall, I hear that, but if Jermall Charlo was
Did
at
you
168,
Wait a minute. Wait, I'm gonna let you listen to that. But did you see Caleb Plant and Benavidez's brother in the gym?
When they first, that's where the beef started from.
Yeah, And you know, and that little pussy shit Caleb Plant did, it hit him from behind his boys and shit. But he tried to get him to move though. I mean, he tried to get him to leave. He was like, just going back over there, going back over there. But dude kept talking shit, but he hit him from behind his boy though, like, and then they called the whole big ass scuffle and shit.
Yeah, that like I said, my thing is, I just don't. I like consistency, and if you can consistently be the bigger fighter in your fights, I've never seen Jermall Charlo as the smaller fighter in any fight that he's been in. Not one.
Damn,
So-
I'm trying to think.
So when motherfucker, and then guess what else he said on that show? I don't think Canelo is ducking me. So for all them fans out here that's been saying,
He did say that though. I heard him say that.
For all them fans out here that's been saying that Canelo's ducking Charlo, he don't even think that. You know what else he said? I wish I could do what Canelo was doing, go up and down and wait and fight motherfuckers. But you got the opportunity and you choosing not to. And now you wonder why I respect Scarface Benavidez so much. What the fuck who it is? If I can't get Canelo, give me Charlo. If I can't get Charlo, give me Andre.
I heard that's supposed to be a negotiation if they get past their next opponents.
Well,
Let's go back in time since we over there. Let's go back in time since we haven't done shit in like, you know.
It's on the telecast. I'm gonna pull it up on
Okay. Let's go back in time, like we just, you know.
what's that on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And let's talk about, you know, your boy, Lil B-Hop getting his ass beat.
That ain't my boy. You know my boy Ben Shakur. Don't do that.
Nah, come on, man. You
know what?
was the one
Exactly,
that talked about
exactly.
stop the
I
bullshit.
didn't know nothing about the kid until you brought him up.
Little B-Hop
I
was
said
your
we should watch him. I never said he was my man. I always talked about Shakur.
No, we ain't talking about him fighting Shakur. You said Lil B-Hop was the man.
Watch
You said
Lil
that was
B-Hop.
your boy.
Watch
You
Lil
said that
B-Hop.
was your boy. Yep, watch Lil B-Hop. That's my boy. He's sharp as shit.
No,
You
he
said all
is.
that.
He is.
You said all that. You said that's my boy.
Don't sit up. Y'all know that I've been saying Shakur Stevenson beat all the motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck how sharp I said he was.
We wasn't talking about Shakur. We just talking about B-Hop. Don't try to change the narrative. You said that was your boy. He got his ass.
No, I didn't say that was my
did.
boy. That's
Yes,
where
you
you
did.
going wrong at.
No, it's just
I said he's sharp.
You said that. No, you said that's my boy.
Pull it up. What tape has been on?
Again.
What tape is on?
You know
We
how
was
much?
talking,
You know
man.
how
You know
many?
what the
You know
hell
how
you
many
said.
Pull it
tapes
up.
you would have to watch to find that shit.
It should be. It should
No,
be on there.
I'm not
Pull
talking
it up.
about. No, we done had this conversation off camera. Don't tell
When
me
did
that
I ever
shit,
say he
man.
was my boy?
When you told me about it.
Again, I didn't
You
know
said that was
nothing
your
about
boy.
Eraserhead until you brought him up.
You
I
said
always
that was
bring
your
up
boy.
fighters. I'm the motherfucker
You
that
said
found a
that
young
was
talent.
your
What are you
boy.
talking about?
Okay, so
You
you
said Lil B-Hop shop. That's
look
my
out
boy.
for B-Hop. Look
Yep.
out for Lil B-Hop.
That's my boy.
So I haven't said look out for Ryan Garcia. I never said. Do I not bring the young talent? Do I not say watch out for these fighters?
The point is,
What I'm saying is, did I say he was my boy? Did I say, oh no?
Yeah.
he's a good fighter.
this is my
Look
fight.
out.
Okay,
Look
he
out.
is a good fighter.
He's a good fighter.
What did I say wrong? He is a good fighter. Did I ever say, oh no, my fighter coming up is fucking Little B-Hop at this weight? No, I never said that. It's always been
You know
Shakur
what?
Stevenson.
You know what? See, you
Shakur
make me
Stevenson
want to
wasn't
go
even
on
at
here.
that weight.
Who?
He wasn't.
He wasn't at
100.
130.
He wasn't at 130.
He was still at 126.
He only, how many fights did Shakur have at 126?
I don't know. How many fights have he had?
Shit, I don't know. He under 20.
He only had a few at 130.
He under 20, bro.
Yeah, but he had
I
more at
never,
126
I
than he had
never,
at 130.
even now, you don't even hear me say anything about people at 135 because I tell you, Shakur Stevenson beats all of them.
Yeah.
So it's been my. Of course, I'm gonna say, oh, watch this fighter, just like I said, watch Xander Zayas, right? Now I've said that's my man. I fuck with him.
And you said the same about Lil
Never said
Yes,
Lil
you
B
did.
Hop
Yes,
was
you
my
did.
man.
Yes, you did.
Never.
Yes, you did.
Pull it up.
Yes, I can't pull it up. We had a private goddamn conversation. I don't know if you ever said it on camera, but I know we had a private conversation. Now what the fuck you said to me?
I never said Lil B Hop was my man. I
Yes,
said
you
he's
did.
a good fighter. I
No,
said I
no.
fuck with his story because I watched. He had a story on Netflix, huh?
That was a lot.
He had a story on Netflix where they show his background, and I said, "Damn, I fuck with him. He a good fighter. He's sharp as shit." I never said, "Oh, yeah, this my man." Da 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 da. I never said that.
Yes, you did.
Because I've always thought Shakur Stevenson was better than all them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm not denying that you said that, Brandon.
Well,
but
so why would I say he my man? What sense would that make?
Yeah, because the two could be the same.
No, it can't.
You could be saying that's my man, right? And
Watch,
just like
watch
Shakur
this.
Stevenson, your man.
Different. I'll give you a scenario. When have you ever heard me say Terrence Crawford is my man? Not once. Because I fuck with Earl Spence at 147. And even when Crawford was at 140, I fucked with Earl Spence.
Let me ask you a question. Because I said this morning. Right now, who's the man in boxing?
Canelo Alvarez.
Okay, if Terrence Crawford was to, this generation would be Canelo Alvarez. Right now, he's the undisputed at 168.
Mm-hmm.
So if Terrence Crawford, I guess I'm putting this within the last, when did Terrence Crawford win the undisputed at 130, at 140?
A long time ago.
Within the last 10 years, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we say a generation is 20 years. If Terrence Crawford beats Earl Spence, and then somehow gets the Jermall Charlo fight, and beats Jermall Charlo, is he the fighter of this generation?
Is he the fighter of the generation?
Yes.
I don't know. That's tough to say.
Two undisputed?
Three.
Who?
Three if he goes.
Yeah, but if Canelo goes to 175 and beats Better Biev and Bivol and Joe Smith, it's hard to say.
That's 2-3. That's 3-2.
What you mean?
That's 3 undisputed championships to 2.
Yeah, but he's fighting one guy for undisputed versus a motherfucker fighting 2 or 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fights. Right or wrong?
Yeah, but nah, he called.
Right or wrong, though?
That's exactly what you would say.
Right or wrong?
It doesn't take away from the accomplishment. Not to add that
I'm not saying
Joe
that
Smith and Benavidez are probably going to fight. So if Canelo does that, it will be Bivol, and then he'll get the other belts from the winner of that fight.
Yeah, probably.
Crawford will be fighting
Two
Earl
of the
Spence.
best, yep, in the division,
Earl Spence,
who have gathered the belts.
who's gathered the belts,
And Jermall Charlo.
and Jermall Charlo
Or Castano.
or Castano.
Because we can't just discount Castano because he put pause on it.
So let me ask you this: does the narrative change if it's Castano?
It doesn't to me.
No, it doesn't. Why does it? Why would it? Castano beat the best. That was Jermall Charlo.
Yeah.
See, I'm looking at the full thing. To me, just becoming undisputed doesn't make you the fighter. I'm also looking at, okay, so we would say Crawford would have fought, if that happens, Crawford would have fought Porter, Brook, Khan, Spence, Charlo. Or Castano.
Or okay, like you said, shit. Or Danis Ugas. Worst case scenario, Ugas and Castano. But he'll still be. So
does that change the narrative?
I'm gonna ask you, Alan. Does it change the narrative? Because it was your question. If Ugas beats Spence and Terrence Crawford, because both of them say that they're fighting Terrence Crawford next. So Ugas beats Spence, and then Castano beats Charlo, and Terrence Crawford beats Ugas, and he beats Castano. How many people are going to say? Because to me, it's still the accomplishment. But how many people are going to say
the narrative changes?
Yeah,
and
it
I'm
does.
Gonna tell you why the narrative changes.
This is what I'm saying. How many people are going to say, well, he might not have got that if he had to fight Spence and Charlo, even though they just got their ass beat by these two people. But like you say, you can't use the triangle theory in boxing.
No.
Yeah, because styles make fights.
But it's the same disrespect that, well, not disrespect, but the same way, although Lopez beat Lomachenko, a lot of people still put Lomachenko over Lopez.
And the same way Lomachenko was the WBC champion and Teofimo beat him, they don't give him credit. So the narrative does change, which is why I said that depends.
And then I guess I'm sitting here thinking that Canelo went and fought 3 times. He literally went and gathered the belt.
And that's why I said it depends. You got Canelo, who would have become undisputed in 2 divisions in less than 2 years.
But only Canelo can do that.
Well, the opportunity is given to him to where it's not as easy.
So would the opportunity not be given to Crawford if he's able to fight Spence and Charlo?
That's true. Point taken. That's true.
No, if the opportunity is given to him and he walks through the door and does and pulls it off.
No, I mean it's a simple yes answer. Because of his name, even though it's not as big as Canelo, they wouldn't offer. Look, they wouldn't offer. Ugas. Yeah, they wouldn't offer that to Ugas.
Okay.
They wouldn't offer it to like they wouldn't say, okay, you beat Spence, now we gonna offer you Charlo.
Now watch, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is why I say narratives matter. Mm-hmm. And we all slaves to narratives, regardless of whether we believe it or not. Mm-hmm. If Spence beats Crawford and then goes up and beats Charlo, he's going to get more credit than if Crawford did it.
But you know what?
You think so?
Yes.
Why?
Because of his name.
Because of his name.
And because the fights are going to... Jermall Charlo and Earl Spence is a much bigger fight. Jermall Charlo is a much bigger fight than Crawford versus Charlo.
Yeah, they could pack Dallas Stadium.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I said, like, I don't know. That depends.
And they had to have a big screen on the outside.
Here's the thing that all these Jermall Charlo need to understand, that a Canelo Alvarez name is there because the work that's been put in. Earl Spence's name is there because of the work that's been put in. Terrence Crawford is there because of the work that's been put in. We can't give you that recognition fighting Selecki and Brian Adams and what was the other fight that he Montiel. And you can't have that.
Yeah. And then like I said, the thing
same thing with David Benavidez though. You haven't earned that.
Yeah,
that
but
respect.
To David Benavidez, see, I know y'all think I'm biased to Canelo, but to David Benavidez's credit, he not sitting around crying. I respect it. He's did his work. He deserved to be able to do what he want to do. If he don't want to fight me, can I get Charlo? If Charlo don't want to fight me, can I get Andre?
No, I respect that.
He not sitting around like, well, shit, if I can't get Canelo, David Benavidez ain't got shit to offer me.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
What was it? But the whole negotiation thing, with the Andre fight, like I said, I heard that they're supposed to be fighting if they get past their next opponents, but it was out there that negotiations and shit, and they was like, we need way more money to fight you than we would to fight.
Well, that was his
but like I said, you also gotta take into
yeah. But I think after he talked to his manager, I think they probably got that ironed out.
Yeah, but
from what I'm hearing,
you also got to take into account that if you're making me leave my network, it ain't like Andre is Cambosis and he got all the pieces to the puzzle, and I'm going over there to become the man. So at this point, we both in a space where we trying to make a fight. One of us got to leave our network. If I got to leave, I need to be compensated more. It ain't like, oh, I'm trying to go fight Cambosis.
I think he can go over there too. So they was both willing to.
I think this is Andre's last fight with them. Actually, Andre. Actually, this fight isn't with Eddie Hearn and them. This fight is with
the zone said
Frank
that he could
Warren.
leave and
so
go
I think
over there.
He's going to the PBC after this fight.
Yeah, they said he could go over there. Yeah, Andre, he could go over there.
I mean,
so
that's
they were still talking about. They saying he's
fight.
a dangerous fighter and all. This is all the stuff that his manager was saying or whatever. And he was like, well, it's negotiations, whatever. But he did say, I mean, not to discount what you said. He did say, well, damn it, if I can't get y'all. I mean, he said about Canelo. I mean, he could do what he want to do. I want to fight Charlo. If can't get Charlo, I want to fight Andre. So I mean, he's not sitting around waiting for a Charlo fight. I mean, a Canelo fight.
And he said he want Caleb Plant. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like.
And wait a minute, and I'm gonna circle back too, like on a little B-hop. Not what you said, but I'm glad we didn't make a prediction on that fight. I think we ought to have been wrong.
Well, it's because 9 times it would have been a Cambosis effect. You know what I'm saying? You never seen dude fight before. You don't know what to offer. And like I said,
well, even though he was a replacement, that guy he fought was a replacement,
right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and
that part too.
And like I said, that I don't know what y'all purpose of what y'all did was, but just because a person loses doesn't mean that they're still not good.
I hope he bounces back for that. Definitely.
So what? The only thing that I don't respect is running the last 2 rounds and you're not giving it your all to try to win.
That part right there. You know, look, he knew that. So he said he wasn't going to try to run in anything and hurt himself. What? I'm
gonna tell you this. That was the smart thing to do. But me being the type of person that I am, you have to kill me.
Yeah, that
before.
So, but do you think? Okay, look, we know, like you said, Shakur Stevenson, right? Your motherfucking man. You think if Shakur figured that he's behind and I got to dig deep, that he gonna take the next couple of rounds off? No. Hell no.
But that's why I said that's because I've seen things in Shakur.
But did you see? They didn't show it. I didn't mean to cut you off. They didn't show it. But Sean Porter was like, man, dude. He said it's like you see it before it happened. When he was ringside while Shakur was sparring. He was like, I like to come back, and sure, Shakur told him what days he sparred and everything. Sure, you go welcome to drop in anytime. He said, man, it's like you see things before it happened in there, man. And he was just like boxing, just my life. That dude,
what I tell you,
he
gonna be on Instagram doing all that weird shit.
Yeah,
he around the right motherfuckers. He surround himself with fucking Ward, Crawford, Clarissa Shields. He ain't out here doing no weird shit. Mm-hmm. What I tell you, I like him better than Devin because
except for beating up people and shit early on.
Yeah, but he was 15. I'm talking about.
I'm talking about when he was a professional. Him and his buddy beat somebody up. I think in Vegas or something in a parking lot. They did. They beat somebody ass. Look it up.
Is that where that mug shot came from?
Yeah. You say.
But when I'm saying is when I say
he from Newark. What I got that in him?
When I say that, I'm saying like you don't see him like Twitter fingering and doing all that extras. That's what I'm saying. Like he ain't all like he mind his business. He in the gym. He around the right people. When I watch him fight, I see that there's really no weaknesses that he has outside of I don't really think he is strong as he's gonna eventually be.
Right.
But if he don't want to get touched, he won't get touched. If he want to sit on the inside and fight, he can do it. If he want to fight mid-range, he can do it. If he I haven't seen anything in the boxing ring that he can't do. When I look at Devin, I see somebody who don't really like to fight on the inside. He excellent from long range, but he not as good or I don't think he's as good of an inside fighter, especially when he get to fighting the better guys like Tank, short, little, stat, you know what I'm saying?
I think
gets outboxed for real. Because if you look at that Leo Santa Cruz fight, he was losing. If you look at the Mario Barrios fight, he was losing. So I just see shit. It's just like I said about Jerron Ennis. Even though I know Ennis has to step up his competition, which I don't think he will be. I think his next fight it's gonna have to. It's either gonna keep being this level or it's gonna be a champion.
Well, he just signed that. He signed a 6-fight deal with Showtime, right?
I don't know how long it is, but I know he signed a deal. But what I'm saying is, if he doesn't get an Earl fight or a Crawford fight, everybody else is still the same level of opposition.
I mean, Ortiz, right?
Ortiz, Oscar De La Hoya is not going to do that yet. Not until he makes some more money off of it.
I don't see that.
And I guess in a way that's what Floyd's been doing with Tank, But Tank is too late. It's Tank, what, 27 now?
Well, I'm hearing that Tank. If y'all want to talk about, we can talk about that in another. What's the name? But I'm hearing Tank say that this is his last fight.
Yeah, and it should be because he should have landed a big fight. One of those guys by now. He should have landed a Garcia or.
What other fight did we miss? Besides that, the little B-Hop. Somebody else got their ass beat that weekend too.
Josh Taylor.
Yeah,
Josh Taylor. Yes, the Josh Taylor.
He lost.
Yeah,
I don't care what nobody said.
But they gave him the decision, right?
Yeah,
but he lost.
How
now, if you say I've said I fuck with Josh Taylor hard.
You have said that.
And I'm about to say now I've said I fuck with Josh Taylor hard.
You have said.
He got his ass whooped.
And I've also said that I thought Josh Taylor would give Crawford some problems.
Yes, you did.
So if I said it, trust me, I'm going to tell you I said it.
Yeah.
Now, B-Hop, I do remember saying he's sharp as fuck. But I'll never remember saying, "Oh, that's my motherfucking man right there." No.
Oh, not like that. You was like, it's in conversation. Like, no, that's my man, Lil B-Hop. He sharp as shit. That's the way you said it. Not like you saying Shakur is your man.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. See, you was taking it as
because I'm about to say like I ain't never had B-Hop at the top of the chain.
No, you did not. See, that's what I'm saying.
When you talked about B-Hop, you did talk about him possibly because I think he was talking shit about fighting Shakur.
And what I say?
Oh no, you said no. Yeah, you said Shakur beat his ass. You said no.
Even in that last joint.
And that's what you said. You said it in that too, but you wasn't saying it as like he was your top dude. You was like this. No, Lil B-Hop my man, but Shakur will beat that ass.
And even in that joint, the interview when we first had this set up, I was like, when I said it's only a few fighters that's gonna say fuck it and let's make the fight. And I said, remember I was like, Earl Spence, Wilder, and I said Shakur, and then you said, what about Crawford? I said, oh yeah, Crawford too.
Yeah.
And I said, we gonna see how real Lil B-Hop is when he get this belt. Cause Shakur gonna be like, let's make it happen.
Yeah. But he was already talking. Yeah, me and him gonna fight like down the line. Before that fight, remember he was saying that though. He was like this. They was like this.
My dream fight right now.
Because Shakur was going.
Shakur Stevenson, Gary Russell. Because just like you say, Shakur Stevenson see everything. Gary Russell is an excellent. I mean, the shit he was doing for his brother. I'm not even gonna say what I'm gonna say on camera. What the shit he was doing for his brother in the corner, calling all of it out.
I respect G too much to say what I'm going to say on camera.
So I mean, Shakur done sparred Gary before.
Shakur was 17 or 18.
Yeah, I know, but he got respect. Look, the two people that I see were like, the three people I seen him give big respect to.
Gary.
Well, actually, no. He said Devin. Yeah, like you said, he said Devin Haney was sharp, right? But he did respect, like I said, Gary, Tank,
Lomachenko,
and Lomachenko. Yeah, who he did work with. Yep, Lomachenko, and I think that's about it. Yeah. He did just say Devin was sharp though. He was like Devin's good, but he was like when they asked him about the super fight, he said it'd be Tank, man, because Tank baptized all of them on the way up because he a little older than them, and when they put them in the ring with Tank put hands on them motherfuckers, boy.
No, Shakur, ain't nobody fucking with Lil Slim. Nah, nobody fucking with Lil Slim.
G-Money at 100%?
Who?
G-Money at 100%?
That's a good damn fight, man. That's a good damn fight.
It's a chess match.
Yeah, it is. It's a good goddamn chess match. But Gary is 32, 33 years old. 33.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, he's starting to slow down just a little bit.
Rested though.
But he's starting to slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, but 5'8".
I mean, for
Shakur, 5'8". Already don't get hit if he don't want to.
That is a hell of a fight, though. It's a tough
Russell
fight.
Jr., man.
It's a tough fight for Shakur.
And I don't even like to go against Lil G regardless, but that...
I'm going with Lil G regardless, because that's it. Look, I get to be biased on this. Well, I'm going to be biased on it. Damn it. Whether I believe...
I ain't even gonna lie, I don't even want to see that fight.
But Gary coming up to 130, though.
I don't want to see that shit.
And if Shakur can't get enough, why not Gary?
I don't want to see that
Yeah,
fight.
he have not... I mean, because after he beat Valdez, where does he go?
For selfish reasons, I don't want to see that fight.
Yeah,
but I don't see nobody.
Because like you said, what he was he damn sure has a future in training. Because he told his brother everything.
Man.
And when his brother listened, that's when even though they shouldn't have stopped the fight.
Yeah,
but that's when he got that.
Oh, well, that was the other fight that weekend.
But the thing is, I don't see him training anybody outside of his brother.
He won't.
Or his family.
You're right. He won't.
Honestly.
He just gonna carry on his father's legacy. But
the brother asked for Devin Haney too, right? But he's at 140. But he said
he'll welcome him up. That's
welcome up. Yeah.
Of course, you know who I'm going with in that fight.
Yeah. But after seeing
the postal fight?
Yeah. It's a tough fight.
Yeah, but it's relentless. His relentlessness.
Yeah. It's a tough fight.
Shit, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
And you gotta think about it. Look how big Postal is.
Yeah, Postal big.
Devin Haney 5'8", just like him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so it's that length matters, and that's why I say what I say about the Shakur Stevenson and Gary Russell fight. But
I mean, but everybody was telling me about Antoine and all that. Like he was next up, because he was knocking a lot of people out. Then really, second time I seen like Antoine fight, and like I said, he was rushing in and being open. It's a tough fight with Devin Haney. It is.
I think it's a tough fight.
Yeah, it's a tough
I don't know who. I mean, I'm a selfishly big Gary Russell.
So am I.
But,
I mean, look. I'm sorry. So am I. I mean, I could be
that
wrong.
rushing in, he gets caught a lot. But I hope.
But Devin ain't going. I mean, unless Devin, like also like Shakur, is growing in, because Devin is the youngest out of all of them.
mm-hmm.
So if he's growing into his manhood and Devin start getting some pop, Devin gonna be dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would still pick Shakur.
I think.
Yeah.
But he's at 140, and right now, Gary Russell. Yeah, so that would be Josh Taylor.
You know, but that's the name they don't keep mentioning this shit. It's a 5-pound difference.
Yeah.
They always mention everybody else, but they don't mention Shakur. Shakur is getting ready to get another goddamn belt. Y'all need to start mentioning Shakur's name because he's within striking distance.
Y'all don't give Oscar Valdez a chance?
Fuck no.
I do. I give anybody who step in the ring a chance.
Hold me to it. Hold my feet to the fire.
But do I think he's going to win? This could be in the next segment. Batman Boxing Talk, man.
Yeah,
we out.
We out. Hold my feet to the fire.
Oh, I don't think he can win.
I think he's gonna stop that nigga. Watch.